can't remember if that was the question's answer.
What was the favourite monster that you worked with?
Favourite monster? The Tetraps. Now, they haven't come back really, but they were quite extraordinary. They're like those kind of bats that you see in Thailand and Cambodia that hang upside down from trees. And they also had 3 eyes and big teeth and lots of horrid bits about them. And they were quite fun. The only problem was that the guys that did it, the poor men that were inside, well, they had to hang upside down because they were bats. And so we were in the studio and there were about a dozen bats, giants, hanging over us, and we were acting under the bats. And as we acted under the bats, their sweat was dripping on our faces. It wasn't nice.
If you have one more chance at one more ride with the TARDIS, where and when would you go?
If I had one more ride in the TARDIS. Now, that word has a different connotation in my country. Now, I might go to, I'd quite like to go back, really go back and hang around in Jerusalem to find out if it was all true or not. Hello, coming through. There we go.
What's your favourite Doctor apart from yourself?
That's a dangerous question, because as I said earlier, they're all taller than I. If I don't mention them, they'll go, why didn't you mention me? Ow.
Sylvester, can I ask you a question on that? So now that we do have the age of you can record things and you've got YouTube and all that, do you still keep in touch with the show these days? And when you watch it, can you watch it just as an average citizen, or is the fact that you have been Doctor Who, does that affect the way you interact with the show as a viewer?
No, I'm just an ordinary citizen, really. When I loved the 21st Century Doctors. I have to say that because they're still alive. And I really do enjoy them. I thought that Christopher Eccleston did a brilliant job taking over. I love the fact, and I love the fact he was kind of a working class doctor, rather than kind of middle class English thing. And so I enjoyed that. Then David, he came along and he made everybody scream. And when David came along, I got a phone call from Scotland, and the newspaper said, "Hey, Sylvester, have you heard? David Tennant's not going to do it in a Scottish accent." And I was going, oh dear, I wonder why. I'm so sorry. I know what you think about that. And I thought, what am I going to say about that? Then I came up with this brilliant idea. I think it was anyway. I'll tell you, you can judge. Anyway, then I came up with this idea. I said, wait a minute, he can do a Scottish accent standing on his head. But by doing an English accent, then that's stretching him as an actor. And also, he wants to prove to the world that Scottish actors can do accents. Because one of our greatest exports, Sean Connery, Sean Yash. Well, I don't know if you saw The Highlander. Did you see the film The Highlander? Yes. That was a nervous breakdown for accents. I'm a Highlander. I come from the Highlands of Scotland. I didn't know I should have a French accent. And then Sean Connery comes into the film and says, oh yes, I am an Egyptian. And then you go and see Red Dwarf, whatever it is,
Hunt for Red October.
Something like that, Red October. And he comes on and says, I am a Russian. But you sound loud like an Egyptian. No, I'm a Russian. And then he plays an Irishman in, what was the film? The Untouchables. He plays this Irishman. I am an Irishman. And they give him an Oscar. I'm a Scotsman. Scotland and Ireland are just joined together at the hip. We should be able to do Irish accents. Like Sean Connery, no, I'm just still doing my accent, no care what. So my theory is that David Tennant decided to do it in English to prove to the world the Scots can do accents.